Gentlemen, let's be honest. Life after 50 can feel like a different ballgame. You've worked hard, built careers, raised families, and weathered storms most people can't even imagine. But somewhere along the way, the energy that once fueled your mornings, the drive that made you unstoppable, begins to fade. You feel it in your bones, in your focus, in your strength, and even in the quiet moments when you wish you could sleep like you used to. But here's the truth. Decline is not destiny. You are not meant to fade out quietly. You are meant to thrive, to burn with purpose, to live with strength. And the key to reigniting that flame might be something as simple as one powerful vitamin taken at night. Let's talk about magnesium. Not the kind you get in trace amounts from a multivitamin, but the kind that actually reaches your cells, feeds your muscles, and calms your nervous system. Magnesium is the silent hero your body's been craving. After 50, men's bodies lose more magnesium due to stress, lower absorption, and medication use. And yet, this mineral is absolutely essential for testosterone production, muscle recovery, and deep, restorative sleep. When you take it at night, magnesium doesn't just help you sleep, it helps your body rebuild itself while you rest. It relaxes the muscles, lowers cortisol, and enhances the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone that gives you the kind of rest you haven't felt in years. Picture this. Instead of tossing and turning, you drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. Your body repairs, your mind resets, your energy renews. You wake up not groggy, but alive. Magnesium works quietly behind the scenes, balancing your hormones, regulating blood sugar, and even boosting nitric oxide, a key player in blood flow and potency. That means better energy, better stamina, and yes, better performance in every way that matters. Now, let's connect the dots between sleep, strength, and masculinity. When you sleep deeply, your testosterone levels surge, your muscles recover, your mind sharpens. But when you're restless, stressed, or magnesium deficient, your testosterone plummets. Your energy dips and your motivation suffers. It's a vicious cycle, but it can be broken. One nightly dose of magnesium can begin to shift your body from burnout to balance, from fatigue to fire. And here's what's even more remarkable. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about owning your vitality. It's about saying, I'm not done yet. It's about reclaiming your nights so you can dominate your days. Magnesium gives your body the foundation to perform like it's meant to: strong, steady, resilient. Combined with smart habits like hydration, light evening stretching, and mindful breathing, that single vitamin becomes part of a nightly ritual of renewal. Gentlemen, aging doesn't mean losing your edge. It means learning how to sharpen it differently. Every man over 50 has the power to restore his strength, his focus, and his desire. And it starts not in the gym, not in the doctor's office, but in the quiet moment before bed, with one simple act of care. Magnesium at night is not just about better sleep, it's about building a better you. So tonight, before you turn off the light, take that step. Give your body the gift it's been asking for. Let magnesium do its work. Let your sleep become your secret weapon. Because when you wake up rested, restored, and recharged, the world feels different. You feel different. The vigor returns. The fire rekindles. And the man you were always meant to be, strong, confident, unstoppable, rises again. You've earned the right to feel alive. You've earned the right to rest well and live powerfully. One vitamin, one night at a time. This is how you rebuild your strength, reclaim your energy, and reignite your purpose. The journey to vitality starts tonight. When men cross the threshold of 50, something profound begins to happen, not just in the body, but in the mind and spirit. It's as if the engine that once roared with power starts to hum a little softer. Energy wanes, stamina dips, sleep grows restless, and even motivation, the very spark that once fueled ambition, can begin to flicker. Society often frames this stage of life as a slow decline, a gentle slide into fatigue and limitation. But that narrative is not only misleading, it's deeply unfair. Because the truth is, vitality after 50 is not lost. It's simply locked away, waiting for the right key. And that key lies not in magic potions or quick fixes, but in something foundational nutrition, and more specifically, the right kind of vitamin support that reignites male potency, vigor, and strength. The human body, magnificent as it is, doesn't age because it fails. It ages because it lacks the raw materials it once had in abundance. Nutrient absorption slows, hormones shift, and cellular repair takes a backseat to daily stress. For men, this is especially critical. Testosterone levels naturally decline about 1% per year after 40. Muscle mass decreases and energy metabolism becomes less efficient. But there's good news. None of this decline is inevitable or irreversible. When you give your body what it truly needs, when you fuel it with the right nutrients at the right time, it responds with astonishing resilience. Imagine your body like an aging sports car. The design is brilliant, the potential immense, but over time it needs more precise care. You can't pour cheap fuel into a high-performance engine and expect it to roar. Similarly, after 50, the body demands smarter nutrition-targeted support that can restore the rhythm of youth, drive, and confidence. This is where one key vitamin enters the stage, not just as a supplement, but as a signal to your body that you're ready to take back control. Now, before diving into that specific vitamin, let's understand why nutrition plays such a pivotal role in male vitality. Hormones like testosterone, DHEA, and growth hormone don't just drop for no reason. They're profoundly affected by what you feed your body. Nutrients like magnesium, zinc, vitamin D, and B vitamins all act as building blocks for hormone synthesis, muscle repair, and nervous system balance. When these become deficient, as they often do with age, your body's internal chemistry begins to slow. Fatigue sets in, libido declines, focus blurs, sleep becomes shallow, and that's when many men begin to accept what they think is normal aging. But it's not normal, it's nutritional neglect. This is why one powerful vitamin can become a game changer. It doesn't act like a stimulant or an artificial hormone booster. It works with your body, not against it. It supports the natural restoration of energy by addressing the root cause, deficiency, and imbalance. When your body receives the proper nutrient support, especially at night when repair and hormone regulation are most active, it begins to reverse years of wear and tear. Testosterone levels can stabilize. Energy production can increase. Cellular repair intensifies. Even mood and mental sharpness improve, because the brain depends on the same nutrients to produce neurotransmitters that govern motivation and calmness. Let's also talk about confidence, because it's deeply intertwined with health. When a man's energy drops, when his strength diminishes, it's not just physical, it affects how he sees himself. The drive to pursue, to lead, to create begins to fade. But once he begins nourishing his body properly, something powerful happens. His confidence returns. That's not vanity. That's biology. When hormones, energy, and vitality align, confidence naturally follows. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming wholeness. Nutrition, therefore, isn't just food. It's fuel for masculinity, for power, for performance in every area of life. And the foundation of that power begins with one simple decision: to prioritize your body's needs. To give it that one key vitamin, that one act of care that signals, I'm not giving up, I'm evolving. Because men over 50 are not at the end of their story. They're at the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where wisdom meets strength, experience meets endurance, and vitality becomes a conscious choice. So when we talk about that one vitamin taken at night for potency, Vigor and deep sleep, it's more than a supplement. It's a declaration. A man who chooses to nourish his body is choosing to thrive, to rise again, to live on his own terms. It's a reminder that the power within him never truly left. It was just waiting for the right spark to reignite. And that spark begins with giving the body what it's been missing all along, the nutrients that make vitality possible. Because decline is not destiny, and strength, gentlemen, is still yours for the taking. There is something remarkable about the body's ability to heal, rebuild, and renew itself, especially at night. During those quiet hours when the world sleeps, your body enters one of its most powerful states of restoration. It repairs cells, balances hormones, restores brain function, and strengthens the immune system. Yet, for so many men over 50, this natural process has become disrupted. Restless nights, shallow sleep, frequent wake-ups, and fatigue in the morning have become the norm. The truth is, deep sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity, especially for men seeking to restore vigor, energy, and performance. And this is where one vitamin dash, magnesium dash, emerges as a true hero of nightly renewal. When taken at night, magnesium becomes more than a supplement. It becomes a biochemical ally, working quietly but powerfully behind the scenes to restore balance. You see, magnesium is a mineral that's involved in over 300 enzymatic processes in the human body, processes that control muscle relaxation, nerve function, energy metabolism, and hormone regulation. Yet, as men age, magnesium levels steadily decline due to stress, diet, alcohol consumption, and even certain medications. This decline doesn't just make you tired. It undermines your foundation of vitality. It increases cortisol, disrupts sleep, reduces testosterone, and leaves you running on an empty tank. But here's where the magic begins. When you replenish magnesium at night, the body finally gets permission to exhale. Magnesium relaxes the muscles by regulating calcium and potassium within the cells, soothing that subtle tension that keeps you awake at night. It calms the nervous system by stimulating the production of GABA, a neurotransmitter that slows down brain activity and prepares the body for rest. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that sabotages testosterone production and blocks deep sleep cycles. In short, magnesium sets the stage for recovery. And this recovery isn't just about feeling rested, it's about reigniting power. During deep sleep, testosterone production surges. Growth hormone levels increase. The body burns fat more efficiently, rebuilds lean muscle, and repairs tissues. When magnesium supports this process, the result is exponential, stronger mornings, sharper focus, and better performance across the board. Men often notice improved energy, mood, and endurance, not because magnesium is stimulating them, but because it's restoring their natural rhythm. It's the difference between running on fumes and running on full power. There's also a deeper, more personal benefit that magnesium brings to men over 50: enhanced potency and vigor. Magnesium directly influences nitric oxide production, the molecule that widens blood vessels and improves circulation. Better blood flow means stronger performance, not only in the gym but also in intimate moments. This is one reason why many men notice increased stamina and confidence after consistently taking magnesium at night. It's a natural physiological response, no gimmicks, no chemicals, just your body working as it was designed to. Another powerful aspect of taking magnesium at night is its ability to harmonize the connection between the mind and body. When you sleep deeply, your brain detoxifies through the lymphatic system, clearing out waste and resetting your cognitive functions. That's why quality sleep is directly tied to mental clarity and emotional balance. Magnesium enhances this by reducing anxiety, stabilizing mood, and helping the brain produce serotonin, the feel-good hormone that promotes calm and focus. It's not an exaggeration to say that magnesium helps you wake up not just with more energy, but with more peace. And let's not overlook how this nightly ritual builds discipline and self-respect. Taking that one vitamin before bed isn't just a physical act, it's a mental statement. It says, my health matters, my energy matters, my strength matters. It transforms your nighttime routine into a moment of self-care and empowerment. Over time, that single decision compounds. You start sleeping better. You start feeling stronger. You start walking taller. The chain reaction begins, and it all starts with the right fuel before you close your eyes. So imagine this. You take your magnesium at night. Your body relaxes, your mind quiets, and sleep embraces you fully. While you rest, your hormones balance, your muscles recover, your cells regenerate. You wake up not dragging your feet to the coffee pot, but standing tall, ready to face the day with vigor. That's not fantasy, it's biology working at its best. For men over 50, the goal isn't to chase youth, it's to master renewal. It's to live with energy that feels earned, not borrowed. Magnesium at night is the gateway to that mastery. It bridges the gap between fatigue and strength, between restless nights and powerful mornings. It restores what time has taken and gives you back what you thought you'd lost. Your vitality, your focus, your fire. Gentlemen, deep sleep is where your comeback begins. And that one vitamin taken with intention can turn ordinary nights into your body's most powerful tool for transformation. Because when you sleep deeply, you don't just rest. You rebuild the man you were always meant to be: strong, clear-headed, and full of unstoppable energy. There's a powerful truth that too many men forget as they grow older. Transformation doesn't happen in the gym, in the doctor's office, or even in the mirror. It begins with ritual. The small, consistent habits we build shape everything about how we live, how we feel, and how we perform. For men over 50, building a nightly ritual around one vital act, taking magnesium before bed, is not just about supporting the body. It's about reclaiming power, confidence, and purpose. This is more than a routine. It's a practice of self-mastery, one that restores not just your strength, but your sense of control over life itself. At this stage in life, many men start to feel that time is working against them. Energy isn't what it used to be. Recovery takes longer. The spark of drive that once felt limitless now flickers. But what if the problem isn't age? What if it's the absence of rhythm? The male body thrives on balance and consistency, on cycles of effort and renewal, stress and rest, energy and calm. And in today's high-stress, overstimulated world, that balance is shattered. Late nights on screens, inconsistent sleep schedules, processed food, caffeine, and worry all take their toll. The result? Hormonal chaos, sleeplessness, and fatigue. This is why the act of establishing a nightly ritual becomes so transformative. When you decide that every night before the world goes quiet, you'll take your magnesium and give your body what it needs to recover, you're doing something far deeper than taking a supplement. You're sending a signal to your body and mind. It's time to reset. You're teaching your nervous system to calm down, your muscles to release, your hormones to balance. And over time, that consistency becomes your greatest ally. What makes this ritual so powerful isn't just the magnesium. It's what happens when your body begins to trust that rhythm again. Magnesium helps regulate the circadian clock inside your cells, ensuring that your sleep-wake cycle aligns with your natural biology. As your sleep deepens, your testosterone levels stabilize, your cortisol drops, and your morning energy starts to return. But something else begins to shift to your confidence. You begin waking up clearer, calmer, stronger. You begin to move through your days with focus instead of fatigue. You start to feel that edge again, that inner power that says, I'm back in control. And that's the real magic of this nightly ritual. It doesn't just rebuild your body. It rebuilds your identity. Because when you feel strong, when you sleep deeply, when you wake up energized, everything changes. Your mood improves, your patience grows, your relationships strengthen. You think more clearly, perform more powerfully, and carry yourself with quiet confidence. Magnesium might be the catalyst, but you are the engine. You are the one choosing to honor your health, to give your body the care it deserves, to live intentionally instead of reactively. This ritual also creates something that modern men desperately need: stillness. In the silence before sleep, when you take that moment to care for your body, you're also caring for your mind. You're disconnecting from the noise, from the stress, from the endless chase of productivity. You're saying, right now, I choose restoration. That single act can change how you show up in every other part of your life. Because a man who sleeps deeply, thinks clearly, and feels strong is a man who can lead, love, and live fully. Now, let's be real, consistency takes discipline. You won't feel the transformation in a day, but give it time. Give your body a few weeks of consistent nightly magnesium. You'll start to notice subtle shifts: falling asleep faster, waking up less during the night, having more energy in the morning, and feeling less anxious or irritable. These small victories stack up. They build momentum, and suddenly you'll find yourself doing more, feeling better, and performing stronger than you have in years. That's the compounding power of ritual. It transforms not through intensity, but through consistency. Gentlemen, this is the moment to redefine what strength means. It's not just about muscle, it's about mastery. It's about taking control of your body's rhythm, your energy, and your peace of mind. It's about saying, I refuse to let age dictate how I live. When you create a nightly ritual with magnesium, when you protect your sleep, your hormones, your energy, you're building the foundation for longevity. You're building the kind of vitality that doesn't fade, because it's nurtured every single night. So tonight, make that promise to yourself. Take that vitamin. Honor your body's need for rest and renewal. Turn your nights into sacred time for healing, for strength, for quiet power. Because each night is an opportunity to rebuild. Each morning is a reward for your commitment. And each day, you rise a little stronger, a little clearer, a little more unstoppable. This is not about getting older, it's about evolving. About living with intention, power, and purpose. One simple act. One vitamin. One ritual that reawakens everything within you that was never truly lost, only waiting for you to return to it. Gentlemen, this is where everything comes full circle. Potency, vigor, and deep, restorative sleep aren't distant memories of youth. They're the rewards of understanding your body and honoring it with consistency, intention, and care. You've learned that decline isn't inevitable. That energy doesn't simply disappear. It fades when we stop feeding the systems that sustain it. And the good news is, it can return stronger than ever when we give the body what it needs. That one vitamin dash magnesium dash IS and single quotes T just to supplement. It's a symbol of renewal. It represents your decision to stop surviving and start thriving. It's the quiet declaration that you still have more to give, more to build, more to experience. When taken at night, magnesium restores the body from within, calming your mind, balancing your hormones, and reigniting your vitality. But beyond the chemistry, it awakens something deeper: discipline, confidence, self-respect. Every night you take it, you're saying yes to yourself. Yes to better sleep. Yes to sharper focus. Yes to renewed energy. And yes to living life with the strength and passion that have always defined you. Because life after 50 is not the end of the road, it's the next level. It's where wisdom meets power, where experience fuels purpose, and where strength becomes something greater than muscle. It becomes legacy. So tonight, make that choice. Build that ritual. Let your sleep become your secret weapon, your energy your advantage, and your health your greatest achievement. Because when you take care of the man within, the world feels your power without. One vitamin, one night at a time, this is how you reclaim your potency. Restore your vigor and rise every morning with uncheckable strength. Your body still remembers how to thrive. Your spirit still knows how to lead. All it needs now is your commitment. So close your day with purpose, feed your strength, and let the night rebuild the man you were always meant to be: vital, vibrant, and unstoppable.